Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. So here, let's begin our today's English class. In the previous class, we started with the chapter Who Will Be Ningthou, right? And we completed till page number 177. There were two paragraphs remaining, right? So what did we see in this chapter in the previous class? In the previous class, we have studied that there was a land, Kangli Park, in Manipur, right? And there was a king and queen ruling that place. And what do we call in Manipuri to a king and queen? We call them Ningthou and Lema, right? Now, this Ningthou and Lema, they used to love their people, that is Miam, so much, and they used to give them peace. Everybody in the land was in peace, even the birds, animals, trees, the people, everyone was happy with their king and queen. Now this king and queen, they had three sons, Sanajauba, Sanayama, and Sanatomba. And last, after 12 years, they had a daughter named Sanatombi. Now, after years passed, when it was the time to select who will be the future king, that is, who will be Tungi Ningthou, right? So, at that time, what did the king say? He called the ministers and he said, let us decide the future king. Now, everybody was shocked because who is the next king? It will be the eldest son, right? So, according to that, Sanajoba has to be the king. But then the Ningthou said that no, the time has changed, right? The time has changed, and there we should select the one who deserves to be a king, right? And then a the queen announced a contest, a competition. And in that Kangli Park, that is in that land, there was one Kongnang. Kongnang is the banyan tree. Okay, it was a very huge banyan tree. It's very well spreaded. Okay, and then what was the contest? What was the competition? They had to do a race. Okay, but what happened? As three of them were prince, they completed the race at the same time. Okay, so but then a strange thing happened. Sanajauba, Sanayama, and Sanatomba, all three of them finished the race together. They were expert riders, and all three reached the finish line at the same time. So at the same time, everybody, all the three finished the line, right? So now this shows that they were expert riders. Now who won the competition? All three won the competition. Now all three cannot be the future king. So there was great excitement. Look at them, the people shouted. Shagol Thaubanupa. Such fine horsemen. So the Shagol Thaubanupa, it means such fine horsemen. It means they were good riders. Everybody was excited and shouting, right? But one question remained. Who would be the Tungi Ningthou? But though everybody was shouting in the excitement and the joy, but what was the question? Who will be the Tungi Ningthou? Who will be the future king? The Ningthou and Lema turned to their sons. The Ningthou said, Sanajauba, Sanayama, and Sanatomba, you have proved that you are fine horsemen. So now the king and queen, they turned towards their sons, okay, and they said, you all three of them proved that you are expert riders. Now turn the page, do something different, each one of you, so that we can decide who will be Tungi Ningthou. So now it was not a race. The second part of the competition started. And what was the second part of the competition? The second part of the competition was that they had to do something different from each other. Three of them cannot do same thing. Three of them have to show different talent of themselves. Okay, now let us see what will the three of them do. So suddenly Sanajoba mounted his horse. What is the meaning of mounted? Mounted means he went on the horse. He sat on the horse. and held his spear straight in front of him. Held his spear straight. Mounted is mounted is going on the horse. Okay, sitting on the horse. And spear is a tool, students. Spear is a tool. And what kind of a tool it is? It's a long wooden strip with a pointed arrow, something like this. Okay, it's a tool. Okay, it's a hunting weapon. What do you call them? It's a hunting weapon. It's a hunting weapon. Okay, straight in front of him. So what Sanajawaba did? He sat on the horse and he holded his spear straight in front of him. Okay, he looked around. There was a hush among people. So what is the meaning of hush? Hush means silence. Okay, here I cannot write properly. I'm putting a star over here. Okay, what is the meaning of hush? It means silence. Hush means silence. Okay, so all the people suddenly became silent. Now they all were thinking, what will this Sanajawba, the eldest son, do? Because he was sitting and he was holding his weapon. What is Sanajawba, the eldest son, going to do? They thought to themselves. Sanajawba then looked at the huge Kongnang standing majestically in the distance. So he saw that Kongnang. Kongnang is the tree, that banyan tree. Okay, he saw towards that tree. Okay, and standing majestically in the distance. Majestically in the distance means, okay, it was a little far from him. It was a little far from him, and he was standing majestically. Now it was, as if a tree is standing very nicely in front of him. He pierced the tree and jumped his horse right through it. He pierced the tree. Pierced means go through. Okay, students, it means go through something. So what he did, what did the Sanajawba show his talent? How did he show his talent? He sat on the horse, he holded his spear in his hand, and he went towards the tree which was standing, huge large tree. And from that tree, in between the tree, he jumped the other side. He jumped the other side with horse. Okay, he and the horse, they went through the banyan tree. Okay, suppose this is the tree, okay, and he went through the tree. Okay, because if you see banyan tree, it was spreaded very, it was spreaded around, and it was a very huge tree. There might be space in between. Okay, so from there, this Sanajawba jumped the other side. Bravo, bravo, the people shouted, Tharo, Tharo, and they fell silent. Bravo, bravo means it was a very nice work that he did. They were praising him. Okay, Tharo, Tharo means bravo only. Okay, and then they fell silent. Now they all were silent. Why? Because it was the turn of the second son. Now let's see what will the second son do. Now what did the first son do? The first son, he went through. Okay, he went through the tree. Okay, now let's see what will the second son do. Okay, now it was the turn of the second son, the Sanayama. What would he do? Sanayama too looked at the two Kongnang as he mounted his horse. Now, as he was sitting on his horse, he looked to that banyan tree. Now, he is also going to do something with that banyan tree. Now, let's see. The people watched in silence, afraid even to breathe. Now, everybody was silent. Okay, sorry, missed a line. He mounted his horse. Then he too rode towards the tree, harder and harder. It means now he was going through the tree. He made his horse run so fast. Okay, and he was going towards the tree faster and faster. The people watched in silence, afraid even to breathe. Now everybody, as if they're, the they were so excited. Okay, they were so astonished, they were so surprised seeing now what this Sanayama is going to do. Right? Everybody was shocked. When he was really close, he urged his horse to jump. He urged his horse to jump means he, pulled his horse to jump. Jump now over here we mean what is the second son going to do? This is the tree, right? He is going to jump over the tree. He's going to jump over the tree. Okay, so as he came near, he pushed his horse so that he can take a jump higher and higher. Higher and higher the horse rose until horse and rider jumped clear over the huge tree and landed on the other side in a wonderful motion. So what happened now? The first son went through the tree. Second son jumped over the tree with the horse and landed the other side. Now this is something more exciting than the first son, right? The people breathed in relief and said in unison, Fudgy, fudgy, wonderful, wonderful. And then everybody was, they as if they got their lives again. Okay, they breathed in relief that something wonderful happened over here. In unison means all together. All together they were shouting. What were they shouting? Fudgy, the fudgy, that is wonderful, wonderful. And now it was the turn of the youngest son, Sanatomba. Now see, two things possibility were there that was done. One was going through the tree and one was jumping over the tree. Now what is the third son going to do? You think he will do much better than these two sons? Let's see. He too rode his horse towards the Kongnang. And now what he did? Again, same like the other two, he was going towards that banyan tree. Before anybody knew what was happening, uprooted it. Now he did something different only. Before anybody could think what is this Sanatomba going to do, he fast, he rode his horse fast towards the tree. Uprooted means pura jhadi ukhad liya. Triumphantly, he carried the tree to the Ningthou and Lema and laid it at their feet. Triumphantly means great happiness. Okay. Uprooted means he pulled the tree. He pulled out the tree. Okay. And triumphantly means with happiness and joy of winning, he carried the tree and laid it. It means he kept it in the feet of the king and queen. Now, this was really something different that he, riding the horse, he pulled that huge banyan tree, right? Now, let's see what will happen. Shout of Shout of thorough, thorough, fudgy, fudgy filled the mountains. So all the mountains, the people were shouting, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, bravo, bravo. The people grew restless. Now, people grew restless means they were not unable to relax. They were unable to relax. Why they were unable to relax? Because three of them showed really different talents which nobody could think of. Now, why were the Ningthou and Lema taking so long to make the announcement? Now, three of them showed something really different, right? Now, it was very difficult for the king and queen to decide who is going to be the future king. Right now, people were thinking, people are not able to relax. Why the king and queen is taking so long? Now, why do you think the king and queen might be taking so long? Just because they have to select a king who would be, taking care of the peace of their people, right? They will take care of the animals, birds, even the people. Okay, so they should select a king which would yes, look after the people. Okay, you would understand the feelings of the people. Now, out of three, who do you think will win the competition? Who is the one who is going to become Tungi Nindau? Now, this we will study in the next part of the chapter. So till here, that is till page number 178, till here all of you read the chapter. If any word you didn't understand, you can ask in the comment section. So we'll complete the story in the next class, and then I'll, in short, again I'll tell the summary of the whole story. Okay, so see you soon in the next video.